Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be making a carrot cake jam. So, sounds as delicious as it is. I hope. I've never tried it. This will be my first time making it. But it's fall. I'm in the recipe mood. I am going to be canning this, but I'm pretty tired, so I probably won't can it until tomorrow. So let's go over the ingredients. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of finely grated carrots. Mine were frozen, so I just put them in here to let them thaw out a little bit. And then you're gonna need 1.5 cups of chopped core pears, which I have right here. That was basically 1 pear for me. And then you're going to need 1 3/4 cup of canned pineapple, including the juice. So you're gonna need one of these 20-ounce cans, and I'm using Dole's Pineapple Tidbits. And then you are going to need 3 tablespoons of bottled lemon juice. It has to be bottled, it can't be fresh. Fresh lemon juice, you can't control the acidity level, but when it's bottled typically at 5%. And then you are going to need 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. Those you can adjust to your liking. And then you're going to need a packet of pectin. And this is the classic pectin, so you're gonna have to use a lot of sugar. Sorry, but that's just what you're gonna have to do. I'm gonna be using a mixture of brown and white sugar just because I like the flavor that it gives. And I actually just made up this brown sugar yesterday, so if you guys want me to show you how to make that, I definitely can. Let me know in the comments. It's extremely easy. Okay, so we've got our carrots in, and now we're gonna add our pineapple. And we're doing this all over high heat. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in our pear. Go ahead and give that a good mix. And my carrots are pretty finely shredded, like very fine, so I'm hoping that they don't disappear. This already smells really good. And now we're gonna add in our spices. So this is my ground clove. I'm gonna add in, let's start off with 1/2 teaspoon. I'm sorry, 1/4 teaspoon. Because clove is pretty strong. A little less than 1/4 teaspoon of clove. And then we've got our nutmeg. Quarter teaspoon of that. I know I said 1/2 teaspoon, but we'll do 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1/4 teaspoon of clove. And we can always adjust this at the end. And then a full teaspoon of cinnamon. And go ahead and get that all mixed together. And this recipe is from the Ball canning book. Why is my heat not on? I'm so ridiculous. Oh, it smells so good. It smells just like fall, and that clove is strong. So I'm glad I didn't do the full 1/2 teaspoon. Okay guys, so we're gonna bring this to a boil, and once it reaches a boil, we're gonna reduce the temperature down to low and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Okay, so our mixture is now at a full boil. So we are gonna put the lid on lower the heat to about low. Not all the way low, but just enough for it to simmer and not boil. And let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I'm just trying to push all this carrot down. Okay. And we want to let this simmer for 20 minutes. Okay, so our 20 minutes is up, so we're going to take the lid off. Give it a good stir. And now at this time is when we want to add our pectin. So we're basically adding 6 tablespoons of pectin, which is 1 packet. And you want to turn your heat off when you're adding your pectin. Turn the heat off. I'm going to stir it a little bit more. Ooh, those are hot. And I can still smell, oh, it smells so good. It smells just like Thanksgiving. And I can tell that we don't need any more clove. We might need some cinnamon. I'll have to give it a taste once I'm done adding in all the sugar and the pectin and my rum extract. Okay, so now we're adding our pectin, and remember I turned off the heat for this. And now we're gonna mix in that pectin. Make sure you mix it in all the way. And basically pectin is what makes it thick, like it makes it like basically a jam. And typically I don't put pectin in my recipes, but because I knew how thin this one was gonna be, I went ahead and did it. I just made some blue and blackberry jam the other day and I didn't add any pectin in that at all. And let me actually grab that so I can show you guys what my jams typically look like. I kept a little bit and put it in the fridge. And this is perfect for me because I like to top my jams on like my pancakes and my toast. Let me show you guys the texture of my jam. And this is without any pectin, and this is exactly how I like this type of jam to be. And if you guys want the recipe, it's a black and blueberry lime jam. I've been making this jam for a long time. It's one of my favorites. So good. So good. And like I said, that's without pectin. So it's not too thick that it's like a spread, but it's thick enough that it's a jam. But this is way too thin to be considered a jam, which is why I'm adding in the pectin, or why I added in the pectin. And right now I'm actually going to go ahead and add in my rum extract. And that's just really going to top the flavor off. Add a good depth of flavor and some contrast. You want to make sure you get that all mixed in. And this smells so good, you guys. You got your big chunks of pear, your pineapple, and then your finely shredded carrots. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is turn this back up to high heat and let it come to a boil. Okay guys, so we're now at a boil that cannot be stirred down. And right now we're gonna add in all of our sugar. And we've got 6.5 cups of sugar. Seems like a lot, but that's what you need. And like I stated, I did a mixture of brown and white sugar. And that actually isn't 6.5 cups, that's just about 6 cups. Okay, so we've got our 6.5 cups of sugar, and now we're just gonna wanna stir that in. And your heat should still be at high. Look at how beautiful this is. Wow, that is stunning. Look how pretty that is. I'm actually gonna put some on this pectin wrapper so that I can taste it and see if I need any more spices. And remember, this is very, very hot, so be careful. I'm gonna add a little more cinnamon. And remember, this is to you guys' preference, so do with what you will. And I always add a pinch of salt to everything I make. Even in the sweet stuff, it really just rounds out all those flavors. As you guys can see, we're now at that full boil, so you can go ahead and turn your heat off, and that is it. You can either can this up, jar it up. I'm personally gonna can it, and we're gonna be doing that in a Waterbath canner, but I am absolutely pooped right now, so I'm not gonna do it today. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So I'm gonna take it off of this burner. It smells so good. Be careful when you guys are doing this. This stuff can splash back at you and it is painful. So be very careful. And I'm gonna take it off the heat and put it on a towel. I made some zuppa Toscana soup earlier. That video is probably going to be up before this one, I'm not sure. But it's finally fall season, you guys. So it's the perfect time to get all of your can. Okay, so I know I said I'd do this tomorrow, but we might as well just go ahead and get it over with and get it done today. So I've got my, where can I put you? Okay, so I've got my hot water over here. I hope that that's enough water in there, but I don't think it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some more. That's just heating up my liquid jars. It's not boiling, it's not simmering, it's just hot. I'm just adding that water so that it gives me at least an inch above my jars. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these out because they should be hot enough by now. Definitely. I'm just gonna get all these jars out of here and put them on this placemat. Okay, so if you guys can see, I have got my hot jars and my hot jam. And I'm just gonna go ahead and ladle this in here. I'm not exactly sure how many jars I'm gonna get, but basically I'm gonna ladle all these jars in here. Let me see how much headspace I need. A 1/4 inch headspace. And once I'm done with that, they'll go in the water bath canner and process for 10 minutes. Don't forget to wipe your jars, the rims of your jars with some white vinegar, just to make sure that you get a good seal and that nothing's gonna prevent that. And you wanna go at 1/4 inch, a 1/4 inch of headspace. And remember, hot jars, hot liquid, hot water. So everything needs to be around the same temperature. And we want these fingertip tight. So that's just where you can open it with your hands without really having to budge or use too much strength. And once I fill one up, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the canner. And this water is not hot at all, you guys. I'm sorry, it's not. Alrighty everyone, my timer just went off, so I took off the lid to my water bath canner, and as you can see, I got 6 8-ounce jars and 1 4-ounce jar. I'm gonna let this sit in this water bath for 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna take them out and we'll be all done canning.